go to breakfast.
Not be worried about him, yeah. I think he's just meant for you.
Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, it is time for another crochet hair review video. And today's crochet hair is a little bit different. It's a reused crochet hair, and we'll get into that in a second. But if you saw the title of this video, you saw it say review. And what a review for my channel means is it's not an install, it's not a DIY, it's not a tutorial, it's not a how-to. It is literally just me talking about a hair. I come on here first with my first day thoughts of a crochet hair, moments after install, telling you overall was it an easy install, hard install, how many packs I use, what my braid pattern looks like, and all those good first day details. Then I mosey on down to 1 week. I tell you, has the hair gone uphill or downhill in the course of that week, and overall what my nighttime routine has been like with the hair over that time. Then I come on here on my final day of wearing this hair, whether it's been 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks of wear. I tell you overall, has it really gone uphill or downhill over the course of that wear, whether I think it's water friendly, whether I think it's active friendly, and whether I overall recommend you try said hair. Now there are timestamps down below for those who want to skip around to see different parts of today's video, but if you want to see the continuous flow of today's video, just keep watching to see my day one thoughts on this YWigs Water Wave, YWigs Water Curly, YWigs Spanish Curl, and Eayon Deep Wave. What a mouthful all together. Just keep watching, you'll see day one.
A few moments later.
So now coming on here for my day one thoughts on this YWigs Water Wave, YWigs Water Curly, YWigs Spanish Curl, and Eayon Deep Wave all mixed together. As I said, this is not an install, however, I do have one. Please check that out. I will link it up above. It will give you all the backstory. I'm not going to give you all the backstory on it, how this all happened, why I'm sitting here today with 4 different hair in. That girl will tell you why, because this was not what I thought was going to happen this time yesterday at 11 a.m. yesterday when I was working. But I was going about my day just knowing I was going to have a different hair in, and I don't. But that install, it's funny. It's truthful and it's funny. It lets you know I'm not a typical content creator, nor is this video sponsored. The install isn't sponsored. The hair isn't sponsored, because I don't think YWigs and Eayon will want me to put 2 different hair. I think they would actually be like, no, we don't want you to do that. We don't want you to install 2 different. I mean, I own the hair. I can do whatever I want with it. And what I've done is again, don't cut the hair out and throw it away. I save all the hair. Like when I say I'm taking the hair out, I had a whole intention on one day making a reuse video. I did not think it would happen so soon. However, my thought was I do want to reuse a hair. It's a question I get all the time is, can you reuse human hair crochet? One, you always talk about removal. I've covered removal countless times on this channel. You can remove it. But then the second part of that question is, can you reuse it? And that's the part where I hadn't done it yet. I said I was going to do it. I said it just didn't make sense because my channel is built on not redoing things. I have individual reviews for every single hair that I'm talking about today. I have individual installs for every single hair I'm talking about today as well. So you can see how it performed all by itself on its own the very first time. Now we're doing it over again. I installed this hair on this braid pattern, my girl Monica. This is my first time having Monica do my braid down. Monica is my silk press girl. Monica is my silk press girl. I love her down. I've connected with her over the last few months. She had a baby in February, came back to work really quickly after that baby. But Monica and me, I just vibe. I love the conversations. Like, I haven't had that kind of camaraderie with the hairstyles. Not a knock on my girl Kesh. You know Kesh was holding me down with my braid down. So Kesh was my birthday twin. November 28th, shout out. I bonded with her over that. But Monica is one closer to me, closer proximity wise. She doesn't know I do crochet hair. Content. She doesn't know I have a channel at all either. But I didn't have the heart to tell her after that last silk press. She's like, bye, see you again later. I didn't want to say, you actually won't, girl, because silk press season is over for me. You'll see me again in December. Adios. I wanted to see baby pictures. So I asked her, I text her, I don't see it on your style sheet, but can you do a braid down? I know you do sew-ins. I know you do a lot of things. I'm assuming you could, but can you do it for me? And she's like, yeah, sure. So she did my braid down. She left out a little bit more hair than I normally would, but we'll work on that. Next time I'll give her more direction. I just was like, we get caught up in talking. We just watching TV, bonding, blah, blah, blah. She done in an hour. Took her an hour to get it done. She did the wash, blow dry, all of that good stuff. So loved that. permed rod my leave out. I don't love using heat. I mean, I will if I have to, but perm rod is usually my go-to. I permed rod when I had the water curly in by itself. I permed rod when I had the Spanish curl in. Like, I'll perm rod if I have leave out. In terms of how many packs I used is really difficult to say because they're not in packs. I will say every single one of the hair when I installed it the first time, I only used 2. I don't think you would need more than 200 strands, but I have leave out a considerable more amount than I normally do. That's the thing about reusing. I don't count every strand after I take it out my head. Another thing about reusing it is, as I said in the video, I did not expect to be doing this today, so I hadn't pre-washed the hair. I really strongly suggest you do. Like, I really suggest that if you are going to reinstall hair, just, give it a good wash. It doesn't hurt. It's out of your head. Wash it while it's out of your head. Like, just, put water through it, condition it, shampoo it, do that. Like, it doesn't hurt the situation. I just hadn't. So for some of the strands that like just look a little like, I just was spraying it with a little bit of water to like revive it. Just maybe putting a little bit of oil in my hand and just kind of working my way through just to give it. But that's not the long term. That was just something I did in the install. Don't do what I do as I say type of a thing. It took me about 2 hours to install, I'll say, just because you're working with hair that's, got some issues. Not every soldier made it through the fight on this one. It's pre-noon. I still have the rest of the evening. I got date night tonight. Like, I have the rest of my day ahead of me. So it didn't take up too much of my time. I got up at 8, put my makeup on, started installing at 9, and then maybe a little after 9, and then now I'm done. And we're several minutes away. We're almost 45 minutes away from noon. So yeah, my day isn't eaten up by install. That's just why I love crochet hair. I still have my rest of my weekend to do whatnot. In terms of the length, I will insert on screen the length of each and every hair that I had when I first installed it. The thing I will also say about doing a reinstall is throughout the wear of each of these hair at the different points, I did probably cut it. It probably didn't look the same day one as it did the final day or day, each of these hair had a different look day one versus final day. So when I'm taking it out, there's no rhyme or reason to, if something in the front was layered versus something in the back that was a longer length, how you put that back in. It's kind of like a puzzle piece, but I think it looks good. I think it has a good length. Like, I don't want to cut this any shorter. I think because I was playing around with different hair that were different lengths that were all different in a sense, I think it came together. I like it. I think it came together well. I don't love doing blends normally because you guys are going to ask me which one performed best. And it's hard when you're trying to evaluate 4 people who are in the pot at the same time. It's like when you're making a soup and you're trying to determine flavors, like which flavor stood out the most. It's like, we're all in a pot. I might be tasting the tomato a little bit more, or that oregano is coming through, the basil. What spices am I tasting? And it's like, they all in the pot. I have individual reviews, so I know how I feel about each individually. I'm seeing how 4 merged together look, and I like it. I like it. I wish I had more to say. I hopefully will have more to say, more comments to give during my week 1 coming up right now.
Later.
So now coming on here for my final thoughts of this. I don't even know what I called it because it's been 4 weeks. It has been 4 weeks with this hair. I don't even know what I introed it as. It was my reused mosh pod of 4 different hair that right now me ain't even remember because it has been 4 weeks with this hair. I didn't do a 1 week. I didn't do a 2 week. I didn't do a 3 week. I was like, let me just do final. A lot is happening, but a lot has also been happening with this hair. Let me tell you. And I will say my thoughts are best described as conflicted. If I had filmed that first week thoughts, I think I would have been like, oh my gosh, I really like this. If I had come on that first week thoughts, it would have been like, yeah, my nighttime routine is this, and I'm enjoying it. Now that week 2, I think everything went downhill after Arizona. After Arizona, I feel like this hair went downhill on a fast slope. It went on a fast slope. Everything prior to Arizona, again, I had it in a week and a half when I left for Arizona, 2 weeks during the weekend of Arizona. And I came back from that trip like, I need to get this hair out immediately. But I have a chaotic next 2 weeks. I had to travel to every office to do my intern exit send-off, my senior send-offs, all my send-offs, my interview. Like, I had to do a lot. So I wanted to take the hair out as soon as I came back from Arizona. Could not, because I landed from Arizona, was Sunday, and then had to drive to Raleigh on Monday. So there was no time to do a reconfiguration. Then the next week had a similar situation where there's times where I can't take the hair out, so I'm stuck with it. I'm luckily not stuck with it no more. But I feel like the last 2 weeks I felt stuck with this hair. It went so downhill. It is the water friendly nature of a reused hair. It ain't there. I washed it when I got back. So the only thing I had time to do in between landing from Arizona on Saturday and leaving for Raleigh on Monday was that on Sunday I had time to wash the hair. I thought washing was going to make it look better. It did not do anything. It didn't make it look worse. It didn't make it look better. It has been dry to the like there's a level of dryness that I think synthetic hair has, and it's right there on par with the synthetic hair. It's not enough oil in the world. There's not enough coconut. There's not enough oil. There's not enough sheen. There's not enough anything. I have been a constant like trying to keep this hair so moisturized, like oil. Like when I washed it, I was like, okay, this is gonna be reset. Like I came back from Arizona, like, okay, it looks crazy, but I'm gonna reset it, honey. I hated it. I hated it. And I hate walking around with a hair that I hate. I really do. Because I like to look good in real life, honey. I live a very out forward facing life. I gotta look good. The dryness was the issue. It just it's so tangly. There's some pieces back here that are literal dreadlocks. The hair, I can't detangle enough. And I think I'm at this point, like, haven't even been trying. Like, I don't have the time or willpower or determination to want to detangle it. So, biggest three issues: very tangly, very dry, very dull. It feels stiff. I can't get it to not feel stiff. It feels like if I had somebody come up to me and was like, "Is this synthetic hair?" It's not, but it kind of feels that way. I don't know. I'm kind of like worried that is it a fact of like I dyed it the first go around that I wore it. A couple of the hair in here, some of are in their natural color. Like it just have so much going on. It's really hard to determine who the real bad guy is, but I cannot see a strong performer in it. Like if one of these hair, if you're like, well, was it Spanish? Was it water wave? Who's the bad apple? Who's the good apple? I can't really tell who's performing well. There's not a strand where I'm like, this hair is performing well. So is it water friendly in my book? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I wouldn't. Please don't do it. When I tried these hair on their own the first go around, fine, very fine, very fine. I think if I had taken it out and maybe put some care into it, like you're going to have to take care of the hair. That's all I'm going to say. That's the biggest thing. And if you want low maintenance, don't go this path. Do not go this path. Let's keep it on the synthetic. Does it look bad on camera? No, because I ain't never gonna look bad on camera, baby. Like, yeah, don't worry about me. What think about me? I'm not gonna look bad on camera, and I'm gonna try my best to look good in real life. I have a date tonight. We're going to 131 Main, my favorite place here in Charlotte. Like, we're going out. I still have to have this hair in. I'm taking it out tomorrow, though. As soon as I wake up and get refreshed. And for orientation, I'm about to slap a half wig on and go to Raleigh and put a half wig on. But tomorrow, this will not be in my head anymore. And I can't be more happy. I'll figure out my leave out. I'll figure out everything. I'm just really ready to get this out my head. Okay. How will I be removing this hair? I'm going to be treating it like it's synthetic, and I'm going to do the same method I do with my synthetic hair. Y'all seen my synthetic, how I take out synthetic hair. Going to be doing that same method with this because I don't see me reusing it. I don't think I could. I don't truly think I could redo it. I think it's done. Like I would need the business to tell me what I need to do to restore it because I've already tried washing it. When I came back from the trip, I deep conditioned. I sat all of like Sunday morning. Like I got up, exhausted from my trip, but I still was like, I need to deep condition. I need to do a wash day routine on it. And I was very, very upset. I was very, very upset that evening when it did not look great. And I was like, well, there's nothing I can do. Because outside of washing it and trying to reset it that way, there's no other reset. Like, there's no other reset. It does not negate how I felt about this hair the first go around. It's just making me question right now the reusability of it. So I don't have a firm answer to you right now. Like, people ask, can you reuse human hair? Can you reuse human hair? I'm not 100% at this point. The first go arounds with these hair, amazing. First go around with water curly, loved it. First go around with water wave, loved it. First go around with all the, like, loved it. It's something about this reinstall. And again, I will admit fault that I didn't probably pre-treat it or pre-care for it before install. So if anybody who's gonna be like, well, Leah, if you had done this at the beginning and in my install video, I didn't know I was gonna be installing this hair, but I was scrambling at the last moment. I decided to reinstall reused hair. Maybe I should have overnight set it in some conditioner, all of that, but hindsight being 2020, I don't know. But you guys who have reused hair, I get comments all the time. I reused that hair 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Like, I've reused hair several times. How was the hair looking? Like, tell me all those things. How were you caring? Like, what were your methods? Because I will never pretend to be a subject matter expert on anything. I'm somebody who wants you guys to have the most well-rounded experience. I'm somebody who wants to give you all of my experiences, put it out there. You guys determine which way y'all go. Let me know if you've reused hair. What were your tips and tricks? Did you notice a fall off of quality at all? Let me know that as well. Was it the same day one as it was day 100? I would be really interested in knowing because, again, this was my experience. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Even if you did not, still give it a big thumbs up. We want all the love and support over here on this channel, as well as we want you to subscribe so you don't miss a thing that happens on this channel and have that notification bell on so you're alerted when new things happen on this channel. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89 to keep up with my shenanigans in real time. TikTok at Lia Lavon, which is a few more shenanigans and a bit more real time. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.